You and Jared liked working with each other on this project. Are there more projects potentially in the future that you could work on with them?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's all theoretical. It's not like I've called him up and said, "Can I please be in Morbius 2?" But Jared, can I please be in Morbius 2? No, nothing specific yet. But I would love to work with him again. It was such a joy.
You have to make them see.
See what?
You're a supernova.
Congratulations on WeCrashed. I don't know about you, but I didn't know the story about this until recently.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one. I didn't know about it till they sent me the pilot.
Both of you are such chameleon actors. So what was it like teaming up on this and working together?
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect. I had met Jared, but I'd never worked with him. I'm a huge fan of his work. And when he walked through the door on our first day of filming, it wasn't Jared, it was just Adam. And they yelled action. And all of a sudden I was Rebekah, and there was this wonderful just understanding between us. And by take 3, we were improvising and we were dancing together, which was not in the script. And I remember wrapping that day thinking, oh, there's something really special happening here. Best not to do too much with it. So I think we each just trusted it, trusted each other, trusted the energy that existed between our characters. And then we just treated each other with respect and sensitivity and so much gratitude. It was just a really positive, fun experience.
Yeah. Now, was he in character like the entire time you were filming?
Yeah, he's an immersive actor. He was always Adam.
Are you a maverick or a muse?
A muse.
Tell me about your goals.
I want to be in Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair's not for muses.
Then I want to change my answer.
How did you prep for Rebekah? What did you learn about her before you stepped into this role?
I did so much yoga. I did so many down dogs, just going, wow. I mean, Rebekah Neumann, let it be said, she has healthier habits than all of us.
Yeah.
So, so I kind of tried to get into that and live like her, which wound up being a very good thing for me. But she really is someone with a very, very hungry mind. And she's been very sort of generous in terms of sharing books that have been important to her. She spent time traveling, developing her spiritual practice. So I really tried to tap into that to see what I could glean from it. And actually, it was reading a book on Kabbalah, which for a time was very important to her, that I came across this phrase, which is judge all persons favorably. And that became really important in my approach to the character, because we all know what happened and we all know the media narrative about them. But I just thought, what if their intentions were really good? What if actually they're not all these things, all these labels that people say, but what if they were two people that, especially her, who really did sincerely want to make the world a better place? And
Right.
that would probably be really heartbreaking to come up short of that goal. And then I started to really get a feel for the character from there.
I wanted you to meet legendary Adam Newman and his wife.
Chief Branding Officer.
You say there's a big difference between what we see from Rebekah in the media and like how she was portrayed compared to who she actually is.
I just think I'm a big fan of judge not lest you be judged. And it's the way I approach life, and it's also the way I approach my characters. And I didn't I wasn't interested in looking at them in any sort of judgmental way. I think, unless I was willing to look in the mirror and look at myself in that same way.
And then what about her relationship with Adam? I mean, at first she was not interested in him.
No, not at first. Not at first. Who is this guy? What's going on? But they just had this wild chemistry. Mm-hmm. And she gave an interview with the School of Greatness podcast, and she talked about how with other guys, when she met them, she could always feel a ceiling. And with Adam, there was no ceiling. And, when there's no ceiling, that just kind of sends you up into the cosmos. And that was very much their relationship. There was something about them that feels really epic.
As far as like becoming Rebekah, and you talked about doing the yoga and everything, is this something that you're going to take with you? Like, are you now into yoga?
Yes, I did it this morning.
Did you
I
really?
did it. I did a, and in fact, I wish that I'd taken it up earlier because she's so much more proficient than I am. And I would have loved to have represented that a little bit better, but I did my best and I'm really proud of the work that I did. But yeah, we did the yoga sequence. And at that point, normally you can kind of like back off as an actress. You don't have to keep doing it. But I just realized that I really liked it. And so I've been doing it. So I've been doing yoga consistently for over a year now, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so now you're a yogi, right?
No, I don't know about that. I don't know that I can call myself that, but I do love it. I do love it. And I'm very excited every time I get to do it.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.